Hello, my name is Lance Lennon. I'm the Technology Director for the Eagle Grove Schools. I'm here to talk to you about our Chromebook one-to-one program. In elementary school, 2nd through 4th grade, you had a Chromebook that you left at school and put on the charging cart. 5th grade and above, you take the devices home. So what we're going to talk about today are your rights and responsibilities with the device. To begin with, let's talk about what you're getting. You're going to get a convertible Chromebook. A convertible Chromebook is a device that when you open it up, you can open up in a 180-degree method. This will then turn it into a tablet if you want to use it that way, or if you put it this way, it'll act as a traditional laptop. It has a touchscreen, and there are two different models. You'll either get one with the USB-C charging port or the barrel charging port. Speaking of charging, you'll also get a charger. The Chromebook and the charger will be issued to you by serial number, and you are responsible for that device for the entire length that you have it here at Eagle Grove Schools. You will also be given a bag. The bag has one little sleeve on the back in which you're going to have your ID card. That ID card needs to stay in the bag so that we can identify whose bag and whose Chromebook this is. The bag also comes with a shoulder strap. You'll attach that on either side and use it to carry the bag itself. Why do we give you a bag? The reason we give you a bag is we'd like you to transport your device in the bag, not in your backpack, not in your school bag, because it needs to be kept separate. When placed in a backpack, oftentimes books or other things can press down this way and break the screen or crack the frame itself. So transport it in the bag. The front pocket, your charger fits very nicely in there. A lot of people choose to keep the charger at home and not bring it to school, and that's fine. But your responsibility is to have your Chromebook charged fully every day so that it can be used throughout the entire day. Now that we've talked about what you're getting, let's talk about your responsibilities. This device is issued to you. I would love for you to personalize your device. You can put stickers on, you can put tape other things on. The only thing that you have to be aware of is when you turn it in, it has to come back to me the same way it went to you. So taking a magic marker and writing on it, or a paint pen or a gel pen, it's not going to work because that's not going to come off. I want it returned in the same manner it was given to you. Cosmetic damage, that's going to happen. We understand that. You're to keep your Chromebook safe. To keep your Chromebook safe again, transport it in the bag. Make sure you place it in places where you know it's safe at home. Don't set it on the edge of the bathtub. Don't put it on the edge of the sink. Make sure you keep it in a nice, safe location when you're not using it so that it doesn't fall, it doesn't break, it doesn't get damaged. Keep it clean, especially now with COVID-19. We want to make sure that we are being responsible and not spreading germs. Since this is yours, you should be the only one that uses it so that the disinfecting is not as big. But the best way to clean the device itself, especially the screen, is to take like a paper towel or a soft cloth rag, spray a little Windex or some other glass cleaning spray on the towel, and then wipe the screen. Don't spray directly on the device. They tend to not like liquids very much. You will also get an acceptable use, a Chromebook one-to-one technology plan. This includes your responsibilities. This includes what replacements will cost and other information. Make sure you read through this packet. What becomes very important is the last page. This is where you sign and your parents sign and return this. Until we get this back, you can't take your device home. So you will sign, your parents will sign. Make sure that you put your graduation year here, and that is the year you will graduate high school. If you are a 5th grader this year, you are going to be, I don't remember off the top of my head, 21? 28, I believe, 28 or 29, but put your graduation year here. We will take this back. This basically acknowledges you've gone through this packet and you understand your responsibilities. Now let's talk about using the Chromebook itself. There are safety and security features installed on the Chromebook. We do have a filter that will follow you everywhere, meaning everything you do will be logged. We have the ability to see every site you go to, every extension you put on. Everything that happens on this device will be kept in a log file. So don't think you're probably going to get away with something. We like to give warnings first, but I don't even want to give you a warning. Just behave with them, go where you're supposed to do, and do what you're supposed to do with them. We do have filters in place which keep you from going to certain websites, downloading certain apps and extensions. But when you get home, your parents are the boss. And parents, I'm talking directly to you here. You can set the rules in your house. Your child may say, hey, at school, they allow Facebook. Yes, that is true, we do. But at home, as a parent, you have every right to say, my child is not getting on Facebook at home. And that is completely up to you. We ask that you don't limit it out of fear because there may be work they have to do, but putting restrictions on it, that's a great idea. Maybe you have a rule that says, hey, my child will only use their Chromebook in public spaces in the house so that we can monitor them. The history for your child should always be on the Chromebook. There are times when it is important to erase history on your browser, such as if a page gets cached and you need to refresh it, you may have to empty the cache so that you get the fresh page. But if you're checking the history on your child's browser and it's consistently gone, they should not be doing that. There should be history. And remember, we do have that history, so if you ever need that information, you can contact the school and we can give you a spreadsheet or a printout of what your child has been doing. When cleaning and caring for the device, we already talked about that. Just make sure that it comes back in the same shape that we gave it to you, and again, cosmetic damage happens. I do want to talk about damage that happens to computers because it does sometimes happen. Sometimes it's intentional, most of the time it is not. If somebody comes back to me with a Chromebook that is in 3 pieces, 2 pieces, I'm probably going to assume that was intentional damage. Something really weird would have had to happen to accidentally remove the screen from the computer. We have a policy here in the district, and that is called one free repair. Now that free repair you can have so long as you are always seen transporting your computer inside your bag. If we find out that you've been transporting your laptop inside your school bag, you don't have your bag, you are abusing the privilege, you don't get your free repair, but you get one free repair. Sometimes people will say, oh, my charger broke, I want to use my free repair, and that's fine. That's your choice. But chargers are going to cost you about $20, $25. If you break the screen, it's going to cost you $100. Some people like to save that repair for something major. It could be accidentally something happened, you were at home and it fell off the counter and completely broke and will not work, and you need the whole device replaced. That can happen, we understand. We're not trying to play gotcha, we're not trying to nickel and dime people, but we do want you to be responsible for the device that we are lending to you. The process is this: if something happens to your device, whether it's damage or software or hardware or something's not working, what you're going to do is you're going to go to the media center in the high school or in the middle school. You're going to go to the exploratory lab. Jody Rosso will be in the exploratory lab. Jeanette White is at the high school. What you'll want to do is turn this device into them and say something's wrong, I need a loaner. They will give you a loaner. This will then come to me to be repaired. As quickly as I can, I will get it repaired and sent back to you. When it comes back to you, you return the loaner and you get yours back. And then we keep a log of how many repairs there are. If there's any cost to it, it will be placed into Infinite Campus, so charges will just accrue there. We really hope that you use this device. Don't be afraid of this device. The goal is to use this for your education, to enhance your education, but be responsible. If you have any questions at any point in time, please feel free to contact me. I'm at the administrative office, which is the old Iowa Central building. And again, hope you have a great year, and welcome to the Eagle Grove One-to-One program.